Jedi Master, Jedi Exile, the last of the Jedi, a wound in the Force, the death of the Force. All these things can be used to describe Meetra Surik. But who was Meetra Surik? Well, let's find out in this episode of Uncovering Star Wars Lore. Hello to my Padawans, I'm your Jedi Master today, and welcome back to Uncovering Star Wars Lore. In this episode, we are going to be talking about Meetra Surik, the main character of the popular video game, Star Wars, Knights of the Old Republic 2, The Sith Lords. Now, Meetra Surik was a human female Jedi Master who was born in 3986 BBY and died in 3950 BBY. During her training days, she was shown to have a powerful connection to the Force. However, as a Padawan, she opted to betray orders of the Jedi High Council and aid the Galactic Republic in the Mandalorian Wars. Against the better wishes of her Jedi Masters, she opted to follow Jedi Revan and Jedi Malik, known at that time as Alec, to war. During the conflict, she was granted the rank of Jedi Knight and became a general in the Republic military. However, her actions were commonly considered controversial, and during the final battle on Malachor V, she cut herself off unknowingly from the Force to save herself from being permanently damaged. However, this made her a wound in the Force, a living wound, after which she submitted herself to the Jedi High Council for exile, in which they exiled her and took away her lightsaber, which she stabbed into the center stone as her last act of defiance. The Jedi High Council, rather than doing this to make a point, did this out of fear, because within Surik, they saw the death of the Force itself. During her exile, she traveled many places, often boarding starships with the Republic military for nearly a decade before returning during the Dark Wars at the height of the First Jedi Purge. Meetra was discovered to be aboard the Republic starship Harbinger, during which, at this point, a Jedi bounty was placed by none other than the Nar Shaddaa Syndicate, the Exchange. As a result, a lone Hunter-Killer 50 assassin droid boarded the Harbinger and acted as a protocol droid after disabling the ship's primary protocol droid. As a result, she was actually incapacitated during the ship's flight. However, a Sith Lord by the name of Darth Sion had caught on that there was a Jedi aboard this starship. As a result, he boarded the ship by playing that he was unconscious, and with the help of his Sith assassins, he took out the entire crew and proceeded to take over the ship itself. However, by this time, Krayt had discovered the peril that was going on and had rescued the young Jedi and boarded the freighter vessel known as the Ebon Hawk. However, the Harbinger started to fire upon the Ebon Hawk. The now damaged freighter-class starship made its way to Paragus, and particularly the Paragus mining station. However, HK-50 had managed to sneak aboard and enact his plan. By posing as a protocol droid, once again, he intended to take the Jedi. By enacting a series of events that led to the death of the miners within the facility, he managed to summarily wipe out all of the miners and attempted to trap Meetra. However, due to Meetra's actions throughout the Paragus mining facility, including rescuing a rogue known as Atten Rand, traversing her way through the mining facility, and eventually finding her way into the dormitory section where she discovered the fate of the miners. While they were attempting to escape, both her and Kreia, along with Atton Rand, they were attacked by the HK-50 assassin droid. After quickly dispatching him and an army of mines, they boarded themselves onto the Harbinger, where they discovered the true fate of what happened to its crew, during which they end up running into Darth Sion. Kreia, now being Meetra's protector, opted to sacrifice herself. However, during which she actually only lost her hand. Afterwards, they leave Paragus and make their way to Telos, where they are summarily held for the destruction of the Paragus mining facility. This was an issue for Telos due to the fact that it would actually end up hampering their ability to rebuild Telos. However, after helping the Ithorians out with the Telos restoration project, Meetra manages to leave the Telos Citadel station and make her way to the Telos polar region, where she discovered Atris, who was there during her trial. Atris, not trusting Meetra, does not offer any help, but offers to give her the Ebon Hawk back, as she was the one who stole it during Meetra's time on Citadel Station. Meetra then begins to traverse her way through the galaxy to find all the missing Jedi Masters. After finding each Jedi Master aboard different planets, she ends up discovering a deeper plot within both the Jedi and the Sith. They believe that she is the death of the Force itself, as does Kreia. However, before they are able to kill Meetra, Kreia saves her at the last minute, draining the Force from all of the Jedi Masters, leaving them in a worse state than death. Kreia then makes her way to Malachor 5, where she awaits Meetra's final trial, where Meetra must let go of the past, after which Meetra defeats Kreia, at long last ending the Dark Wars. After the events of Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2, Surik makes her way to Dantooine to complete her training as a Jedi. But it wasn't long before T3M4, an astromech droid, had revealed his true intention, that he was carrying information about Revan's fate, but the droid refused to share any information with anyone other than Bastila Shan. Meetra traveled to Coruscant to meet Bastila and give her the message. Together, they discovered that Revan had crashed on the dead planet of Nithema, once a world a part of the Sith Empire. Unbeknownst to them, Revan was trapped and captured by a living Sith, a race thought to be extinct. This inspired Meetra to go and save Jedi Revan, despite whatever fate had come upon him. However, before leaving, Bastila Shan gave Meetra Revan's mask in order to return it to Revan in the hopes that he was still alive. Upon arriving on Nithema, Meetra discovered that the world was well and truly dead, being completely devoid of the Force rather than being a wound. It affected Meetra to such an extent that she actually became physically ill. While on the planet, she hacked into a government building and retrieved files to discover the fate of the system. However, due to the void of the Force, she had to leave rather quickly. Going over the information with T3M4, she was able to discover that the world had been ruled by Lord Vitiate. In the records, she had discovered that Vitiate had summoned all the Sith Lords of the world to discuss the future of the Sith Order. However, after the meeting, there were no records. Meetra surmised that it was a trap that Vitiate had set up. However, Meetra also learned that Vitiate was also looking for the long-lost world known as Dromund Kaas. Thanks to T3M4's help, they were able to locate the location of the world, as well as a safe hyperspace route. And so, they set course, leaving Nathema behind. Meetra arrived upon the world, the capital of the Sith Empire, being unknown to the Republic for over a millennia. Through persuasion and paying off certain individuals, Meetra was able to arrange a meeting with Lord Scourge. Strangely enough, they were able to have a conversation with one another. He informed her that Revan was a prisoner of his own master, Darth Nurse. But not only that Revan had foretold that Meetra would rescue him. Through an unlikely alliance, they shared the common goal of stopping the Sith Empire and the Sith Emperor's plan to invade the Republic. So together, they plotted. Meetra waited while Scourge arranged the proper circumstances so that they both would be able to rescue Revan. Meetra and Scourge were able to take advantage of the chaos that ensued from the Emperor's wrath as the Imperial Guards attacked Nerys's personal compound, killing everyone within. During this, they were able to rescue Revan, and Meetra returned Revan's mask once again. This led to a flood of memories, causing him to faint. However, due to Darth Nurse being now enraged, he entered the detention area with the intent of killing the three of them. Revan, now reborn, had stepped up and destroyed Nurse by turning her own powers against her. During their escape, they had learned that the Emperor had done more than tried to kill Darth Nurse, opting to exterminate every member of the Dark Council, as well as declare martial law. After spending a night in hiding, the three were able to infiltrate the Imperial Citadel within Kos City, and due to Scourge providing the intel that allowed the Emperor to act against the Dark Council, it was ended when a guard captain saw Revan, recognizing him as the man who tried to infiltrate years ago. The battle broke out as the unlikely allies fought fanatically against their now devoted Imperial Guards. Meetra and Scourge continued the battle against the guards as Revan went to the Sith Emperor himself. Both Scourge and Meetra prevailed over the guards and joined Revan to fight against the Emperor. However, upon arriving, Meetra saw that the Emperor had all but defeated Revan without even drawing his lightsaber. However, Meetra, seeing that the Emperor had taken Revan's lightsaber, intending on killing him with it, she took a risky move and threw her lightsaber to deflect the blow, as Scourge had seen that the only way to challenge the Emperor's plot was to betray his newfound allies. So Scourge stabbed Meetra through the back with his own lightsaber, ending her life. Surik continued to exist within an ethereal form through the use of force immortality. She remained near Revan to keep his spirit alive during the centuries that he was held in captivity. During the Cold War, she had sent a message to Jedi Master Oteg to free Revan from the Sith's captivity, and resolved within Revan to continue his efforts to kill the Emperor. During the Third Galactic War, the Alliance commander, Kira Carson, and Scourge boarded the ship where Satele Shan and her students were residing, who had been rendered unconscious by Tenebri's curse. The three were assisted by Revan, who guided them through the ship, seeking to find and destroy the Sith Emperor. Once they reached Satele, Kira guided the group in meditation so that they could enter her mind and prevent the Sith Emperor's rebirth. Inside her mind, the Alliance commander encountered Meetra, who was being mocked by the Emperor because she had failed to kill him. But the Emperor was vanquished, as all those who he had manipulated, killed, or turned against over the centuries, Meetra included, manifested to aid in the fight, with the Emperor finally defeated and now dead. Meetra finally became one with the Force. Alright guys, so that is going to wrap it up for this episode of Uncovering Star Wars Lore. If you guys are interested in further episodes, let me know down in the comments. I also want to see if you guys did manage to figure this one out. I did not see it within the other comment sections. Obviously, it's been a couple years since then. But if you guys did enjoy this, make sure to give this video a big like. It does help out a lot. Tell a friend today about my Star Wars channel because it's pretty awesome. And may the Force be with you. Always.